So when we hear the word control freak, it's generally a word or a description that we ourselves are describing about somebody externally, or somebody having a conversation with us and explaining somebody else, right? They're a control freak. They feel like they're being controlled by that person. You feel like you're being controlled by that person. Every little thing that person does, is a way of they're trying to manipulate you or the situation or control things. The way I'd like you to think about it, if you can, and practice this, is that person that you're referring to as a control freak, firstly, is just reflecting the control freak within yourself. But also that person, I would love it if you could consider the amount of anxiety and stress that person is under, that is making them that has got them in a state where they're trying to manipulate everything outside of them to somehow bring some kind of safe feeling or safety to their lives. So building compassion and empathy towards others when you feel like they're trying to control you, and just understanding that they're suffering from so much stress and anxiety, they're trying to manipulate you to get them to feel safe. On the other hand, when you're being triggered by that, they're just triggering that little control freak inside yourself. So if you are someone who lives with stress and anxiety, stress being when you feel like everything is coming down on you, weighing you down, it's on your shoulders, it's in your life, it's pulling you down, it's just feeling really heavy. Stress. Anxiety is when you're worrying about things that are happening or could potentially happen in the future. And when we live in anxiety like that, we are literally writing our future. So there's so many different aspects to anxiety that I'm not going to get into right now, because I want to talk about the little control freak inside of you. I want you to try and recognize and just take a second to try and recognize where you in your life are trying to control everybody, where you can't let them just be who they are, accept who they are, reconcile in yourself who they are, and let them be who they are, because it doesn't make you feel safe. You want to try and control people, situations, things that might happen, so that they don't happen, or so that when they happen, you already knew that was going to happen. It's going to make you feel safe. It's going to make you feel like you can predict the future. What you've more than likely done is put more trauma onto other people by doing that. And different life paths will definitely live with stress and anxiety very differently from each other. Fours, for example, are very rigid people. They really love processes, procedures, things to go A, B, C, D, E. It makes them feel very comfortable. They're very good in process-driven roles in their career. They really enjoy and value disciplining other people, but also discipline for themselves. And they can be very harsh on themselves if they stray from that. So fours are very prone to anxiety and stress if things aren't going their way. So I don't know, the people out there who are listening to this and you're a 4 life path, if you're intrigued, reach out. I'd love to talk to you more about that. We all suffer from it though, right? We are all living with stress and anxiety. What I want you to consider is that little control freak inside of you right now who cannot give up wanting everything to be perfect in their life, wanting everyone to show up the way they need them to show up. Consider the level of anger and angst that you display or you put out onto people when they don't do what you need them to do. That right there is showing you the level of surrender that you are working towards. The only way to heal all of that and any of that is to do the inner work, to work on yourself, to work on your own inner critic, to work on your own little control freak that is out here trying to control everyone around them. If you're super judgmental, you're super judgy towards others because you can't understand why they haven't done why they've done what they've done. Like, honestly, that is none of your business why they've done what they've done. If there's somebody who isn't, I'm not talking about people who are attacking you, I'm talking about people who are just out there living their lives and doing their best. You need to be able to reconcile with yourself. If you want to keep these people in your life, what do you need to heal inside of yourself? What part of your little control freak inside of yourself do you need to heal in order to be able to just accept that person and let them live their life alongside of you? Anyway, guys, I hope that's been helpful. Please let me know about the little control freak inside of you. How deep does it run? How triggered do you get by wanting to control every little aspect things, where can you identify where you're doing it subconsciously, more importantly, because it will be a trauma response to your childhood. I'd love to hear more from you guys. Let me know.